Hi everyone, this is John Blyler. I'm at Semiconductor West in San Francisco, 2013. I have the pleasure today of interviewing Luc Vandenhove, the CEO of IMEC. Luc, yesterday in your keynote at the IMEC Technology Forum, you said that innovation occurs at the boundaries of disciplines and noted IMEC's unique position at that interdisciplinary crossing, especially in the semiconductor world. The challenge with interdisciplinary projects is getting all the different disciplines to work together, work as a team. This is typically the role maybe of a systems engineer or integrator. So how does IMEC ensure that multidisciplinary teams do work together?
Well, I think that indeed in our world we know what kind of a revolution semiconductor technology has realized in the ICT world. The point I was trying to make is that if we want to address new markets, we will have to bring together disciplines from completely different fields, like the electronics discipline that we know, but we see lots of opportunities in the biomedical field. And so we have to bring together people with that background, like biotechnology people, medical doctors, and engineers, and they speak a completely different language. For that, we have set up common labs where those people work together in one environment, and that we believe is the most effective way to have those different communities, different disciplines working together.
In the semiconductor world, one of the ongoing challenges is optimizing collaboration between chip designers, so the EDA and IP community, the equipment manufacturers, the foundries, and now the packaging vendors, 3D ICs and things like that. This collaboration will become critical with the move to 3D stacked dies. Again, what role do you see IMEC playing in that collaboration?
Well, in this domain, of 3D, what IMEC is trying to do is set up an ecosystem where all the key players come together. Because 5, 6, 7 years ago, when this topic got attention, it was quite difficult to understand what direction 3D integration would go to. And you have a lot of players involved, an entire equipment community that are used to work more in the packaging domain now has to start interfacing with the foundry community. You have the EDA players, the EDA providers that have to develop specific software to design architectures in 3D. You have the foundries, you have so many companies involved, the fabless companies that need to understand how will 3D integration have an effect on how they design their circuits, their architecture. And so what we did is we kind of brought together all the key players in this domain, and at IMEC itself we kind of merged our packaging team with our interconnect team, and in this way we kind of step by step narrowed down the integration routes that are of interest to come to a more common platform, let's say. And this kind of true silicon via technology has become one of the mainstream integration routes for this 3D. And I think we could achieve this by bringing together all the key players, the foundries, the OSATs, the equipment suppliers, the material suppliers involved, the EDA suppliers, and even the end users like the fabless companies.
And the goal there is not so much maybe to create standards, but to early on engage and figure out the problems early on.
Indeed. Because when you again merge these two worlds, like a packaging world and a chip foundry-based world, there are different ways of doing the R&D, there are different ways of integration, and so we had to bring together these two worlds in order to find out what are the best integration schemes that are really addressing some of the key challenges from the architecture level.
Let's switch gears just a little bit. Intellectual property, which is a part of all of this, the trends, there are some trends such as patent trolling and whatnot that seem to have a negative effect on innovation. IMEC promotes an open innovation approach that's different from a consortium arrangement, and it's perhaps may circumvent some of these innovation limiting IP patent battles. Anything new on the IP front at IMEC?
Well, I would say that the business model at IMEC is I think, a very flexible business model. It's indeed open innovation in the sense that we're bringing together a lot of the key players of the ecosystem to work on common challenges. But it doesn't mean that all the IP and all the results are shared among all the players. I mean, the pre-competitive part is shared among the key contributors. But what is pre-competitive for one part of the value chain may be competitive for another part. So our model is really optimized towards the various segments of the value chain. When we talk with material suppliers or with equipment suppliers, some of the things we do there may be competitive, whereas for the users of the equipment it may be pre-competitive because it's for the next node. And so we have adapted our model to something that is much more sophisticated than just a consortium model where everything is shared among all the members. We also have the possibility that in addition to kind of the common platform that we set up, which we share among many partners, we also have the possibility to develop some proprietary IP on certain parts of the program, and that is something we should agree up front with these partners with whom we do that, and it should not be blocking the progress of the rest of the program. So the basic message is that our model is really tuned towards creating a win-win relationship with each of our partners, and it's not necessarily just a share everything with everybody model, because that wouldn't work.
Thank you, Luc.